What's going on everybody, it's your boy Mr. Woz and welcome to a new series on my channel where I'll be grinding 10 hours doing a certain skill, PvM related or just anything in general, and at the end of the video I'll be showing you how much I make. So make sure you leave a comment down below and give me some ideas what I can do for 10 hours, I always like to see your feedback. Also if you're new to my channel then click on that subscribe button and click on the bell and turn on them notifications. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Today I'll be doing 10 hours of Slayer using the Slayer Master Duradel. Requirements are level 100 combat and 50 Slayer. He can provide me with some really good tasks including bosses. Also some of my tasks can be in the wilderness as well, just to make my tasks that little bit more challenging. So let's get my first Slayer task. So first off we get a Gargoyle task, which is one of my favourite Slayer tasks to do, and this is a Slayer requirement of 75. And they can be found in the Mauritania Slayer Tower, which is where I'll be going now, and also the Gargoyles are level 111 combat and they are weak to crush. Now every task I get I'll show you the gear, what I'll be wearing as well as the inventory, just in case you're curious. What I love about Gargoyles is they drop a lot of alchemical stuff, mainly rune items, so you can make quite a bit of money doing this. So here is my gear setup, what I'm wearing. We've got the Slayer helm imbued, we've got the Torture, full bandos, primordial boots, ferocious gloves, berserker ring imbued, and the bludgeoned, as it's a crush weapon. We've got the fire max cape and we've got the rod of blessing 4, which gives us an extra prayer bonus compared to the normal blessings, which does help. Okay, now for the inventory, we have 2 super combat potions, some prayer potions in case we come up against the marble gargoyle, which is the superior gargoyle. We got combo food, which is sharks and karambwans. I have my max cape to tell you out in case I get a clue. We also have the rock hammer, which is the most important item in order to kill the gargoyles. So once a gargoyle is on low health, you will see a rock hammer symbol above the gargoyle, and then your player will automatically use the rock hammer to kill the gargoyle. So make sure you take that, as I do forget at times. Now one more important thing is a rune pouch, so you can out the items they drop. Now as I said before, they drop a lot of rune items which you can out for profit, so make sure you take some alch runes with you. Now talking of marble gargoyles, here is one of the superiors I was fighting earlier on my task. I should have been praying melee here but I didn't, I'm not quite sure why, but it didn't really damage me so it's not too bad. But normally you would pray melee, and after a few attacks it does a special, as you just saw there, where it shoots a red ball towards you, and all you've got to do is just move out the way, so maybe 1 or 2 tiles, just so you don't get hit by it, as it can take quite a bit of your health. Also what I've been doing is picking up the miscellaneous items like the gold ore, mithril bars, steel bars, etc. Like I said, I wouldn't normally do it, but just because this is a loot from 10 hours, I just want to pick up as much as I can to make as much profit as possible. One other thing I forgot to mention is the prayers. Now the only thing I really use is preserve, that just obviously keeps your stats lasting a lot longer. I don't really pray melee, I know I've just prayed it there, but I'm just doing it just to heal up a little bit. But I would only recommend praying melee if you're a lower level and you've got lower defense. But 9 times out of 10 I don't really pray melee as I don't hit that often. But I normally take guffins with me as well, just so it saves me using my food. But yeah, I didn't use that as I've got my sharks and karambwans. If you want to, you can flick the melee prey, if you just want to be at full HP at all times. But most of the time I just keep my prayer off. Like I said, they don't hit that often, but when they do they can hit up to 11, so you do have to be careful. Okay, so we passed the 20-minute mark now, and straight away we get a hard clue scroll. I normally do these straight away, as I said in my previous videos. I just like to get them out of the way, and normally when I go back to my task, I normally get another clue scroll quite quickly. Now whatever I get from the clue scrolls, I'm going to add the rewards into all the loots from the tasks I've been getting, so that should bump up the profit just that little bit more. So we've passed the half-hour mark now, and we get ourselves another hard clue scroll. Now this is where clue scrolls can be a little bit tedious, because sometimes you could just get one after the other. That's why sometimes I just leave them in my bank so I don't get another one, I can just focus on my task. But then again, you might as well do them, because you never know, you could get something really good. But the last 2 clues I've had, I've not had anything great, so yeah, just do them, because you never know, you can get some third age, you know, you can get a master clue out of it as well. So yeah, just keep doing it and you never know what you can get. Okay, so as you can see, I've not cut this clip at all, because what you're going to witness now is a third hard clue. It got to a point where I thought this is actually a joke now. I only wanted maybe 1 or 2 clues. I know I shouldn't be complaining because, like I said, you can get some good rewards, but as you just saw there, I've got 80k, so just waste a little bit of time. Obviously it's just delaying my task a little bit, but like I said, do your clues straight away, because there's a high chance of you getting another one. And once again, I just don't know what's going on anymore. I just keep getting clues after clues after clues. I think this was my 4th clue now in a space of 1 task, I think. Yeah, it's quite mad, to be honest, but yeah, I'm not complaining, because I've probably got about 500-600k worth of loot just on clues alone, so like I said, I'm not going to complain. So I'm almost finished my task now. I've got 17 left, and we're going to skip to the last few, and yeah, we're going to see what our next task is. Okay, so we're coming up to the last kill of my task. Now I've got a little question for you lot. Do I get a hard clue scroll in this last kill? Now if you don't want to know the answer, pause the video, have a quick guess for like a few seconds, and then play the video and see if you're right or not. Yep, another clue scroll on the last kill. It doesn't surprise me at all, to be honest. Okay, so just about to finish my clue scroll for the 4th time. We get nothing. I think it's another 80k drop, 85k. Okay, so our next task is Aberrant Specters. I don't mind these as they drop a lot of herbs which can mount up to a nice profit at the end of your task. Now these Aberrant Specters range from level 96 to 169, and they require Slayer level 60 in order to kill them. You need to pray mage at all times, otherwise they will hit you constantly. I think it's like 7 or 8s they normally hit every time. You also need to wear a nose peg or a Slayer helm, otherwise it will drain your stats very quick and you'll end up dying. Now the ones I'll be killing today is in the Catacombs of Koren, they're level 160s. Now here's the gear setup I'm going to be wearing. What I'll be wearing to kill these. We've got the Slayer helm imbued, and we've got the Salve amulet. Now the reason why we're going to wear this is because they're undead monsters. This will give us a 20% boost in my attack and strength, as well as 20% boost in ranged and magic. So a very important item to take with you. We've got the proselyte armor, which gives me a 14 plus prayer bonus, which protects me from damage for a long time. So we're going to be using prayer potions instead of food. And we've got the other stuff from the last task, which is the primordial boots, Berserker imbued ferocious gloves, fire max cape, and the Rada blessing full. Okay, now for the inventory, we've got a DDS++ just to speed up the kills. We've got 2 super combat potions, and the rest are prayer pots. One very important item you should take with you is a herb sack, which you can buy for 700 points from any Slayer Master. So what you got to do is, once you get herbs, don't clean them. All you got to do is left click on the herb sack and it will deposit all the herbs from your inventory into the sack. So that's very, very handy. Okay, so we're halfway through our task and we get our first hard clue scroll. I think that's the first hard clue I've ever got from Aberrant Spectre, which is quite strange. And as I was expecting, nothing great, 146k, not too bad, could be better. So as you can see, same with the gargoyles, I'm just picking up all the miscellaneous items. You've got the adamant ore, mithril battle axes, uncut emeralds, etc. So like I said, I'm just trying to pick up as much as I can to make as much profit as possible, and hopefully at the end of the video we can make a nice profit. One other thing I forgot to mention is the totem drops, as you just saw there. Any of these monsters in the catacombs can drop one. You need 3 pieces for a set, and once you've combined them together you get one big totem and you get a chance to fight the boss in the catacombs, which is called Skatizo. Okay, so that's that task finished, and our next task is that's right, we have Jad as a task. Now, normally I wouldn't add this to my loot from 10 hours, but the only reason why I have is because the only thing it can drop is the pet, and obviously it gives us some tockle at the end, but I really wanted to record this just in case I get the pet, so it'd be nice to have this on the video as well. But I'm just going to skip to the end and yeah, see if we get the pet. no, I didn't get the pet. So what I'm going to do is, to get another chance of the pet, I'm going to exchange my fire cape to this guy and bargain for the pet. So we're going to exchange this cape with a chance of getting the little mini Jad. Okay, so we got 245 gargoyles once again. I'm not complaining, but I wanted to get a different task just for the video. I don't want to do the same task all over again, otherwise this video would be a bit boring. But what I'm going to do is just speed this task up and then hopefully get something different. And surprise surprise, we get a hard clue scroll from gargoyles once again. Same as usual. For some reason that's 221k. I'm guessing it's from the Zammy page, but not too bad. I've never seen so many clues dropped on the floor in all my life. I honestly think these gargoyles are the best for clue scrolls. Honestly, if you're struggling for hard clues, make sure you get gargoyles as a task and just camp there, because you're guaranteed hard clues all the time. God, Jesus, I'm not even going to check how much that is. And we've got ourselves our second gargoyle superior, the marble gargoyle. This time I've got the right prayer on. There's been a lot of people saying use range, like pray range, and then a lot of people say pray melee, but I feel like melee works best, but obviously it's to everyone's preference. As you just saw there with the red ball, it shoots at you, and if you do get hit by it, it can hit very, very high. So yeah, make sure you just move 1 or 2 tiles away and you should be fine. Another clue scroll. Wow, this is, I think, a record even for me. That's why I just typed in the chat clue number 5000, because that's how many I feel like I've got at the moment. So, but yeah, once again, got nothing, but still going to do them because you never know. And yeah, we're going to carry on the task, and well, we've got one more left, and we're going to hopefully get something different. I think the game's broken because this is the 3rd time I've had gargoyles now, and it's becoming a bit annoying. So what I'm going to do is skip this. Unless I get some clue scrolls, I'll skip to them, and hopefully I'll get something. Oh my god, literally first kill I get a clue scroll. I think this game is trolling with me or something. I don't know what to say anymore. We finally get something half decent in a hard clue scroll today. We get a master clue. One thing I don't like about master clues is this, the light box puzzle. I can't stand this. So what I normally do, there's no technique, I just spam every single button until they all light up. I think that's what pretty much most people do these days, unless you know exactly what you're doing, of course.
5 hours later.
So after 1 million clicks, we light up everything in the box and we get our next clue step, which requires the lumberjack outfit, which I don't have. So this is going to be a little grind, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. But we finally got all the pieces of the lumberjack, and we can complete our next step of the clue, and we get a casket, and we have the mimic. Now, I like doing mimics, they're really fun, and you can get some bonus rewards at the end of it, so looking forward to doing that. So coming towards the end of our mimic kill, yeah, like I said, it's really fun. Like I said, it's something different from regular clues, and yeah, we're just gonna look forward to see what we get, really. I mean, this reward could have been a lot better, and as you can see, it says the mimic adds a little extra reward for you, which was the 15 raw manta ray. It's not great, but it's the best reward I've had all day from clues, so I'm not going to complain. So we're back at our gargoyle task. We've got 64 left, and guess what's stopping us from completing it? Another hard clue scroll. Here we have our hard casket, and we get back-to-back master clues. Really pleased about that. So looking forward to seeing what we get, and we get another mimic. 2 in a row. This is quite insane. So fingers crossed this time we get something a little bit better than we did earlier on. Okay, so we're going to fight the mimic now for the 2nd time today, and really looking forward to seeing what we get. As I know you can get the Ring of Third Age, which is like 9mm, and you can get some other really good items as well. So we're going to take the plank that's on the floor, just maybe for a little bit of luck, and we're going to open the casket. We got a little bit more than last time. This time we got 640k, which is not too bad at all. We're going to just go back to our Gargoyle task, finish that, and fingers crossed, pray to God, we get something different as a task. Let's not talk about that one. We've got the last Gargoyle to kill now, and we're going to get our next task, or our last task, because we'll be coming up to the 10-hour mark, and we have Venenatis. Now what a great task to end this video. It's a bit of a risky one because it's in the wilderness, but hopefully we can get some good loot. Okay, so this wilderness boss is level 464 and is one of the hardest monsters to kill because of its high defense. The spider uses a multi-target magic and long-range melee attacks, and she's able to drain your prayer, which makes her do an attack which can hit up to 50. Also, this boss can one-hit you for full HP if you're not praying magic. This is the only boss who does this, and it doesn't help if you're getting PK'd at the same time. But as you can see now, there is a safe spot, which can be a little bit tricky if you're not 100% on how to do it. So for my gear setup, we have the Slayer helm imbued. If you don't want to take this, then you can use an Archer's helm. We've got the Glory, we've got Black DI top and bottom, Snakeskin boots, Archer's ring, which is optional, you don't have to take this if you don't feel too confident. We've got the Barrow's gloves, Assembler, and the crossbow. Now the crossbow is a must when killing Venenatis because it adds an additional 50% range accuracy and damage boost when killing monsters in the wilderness, especially against Veni as its defense is really high. It does require 1k effort to activate the weapon and then some more effort as ammunition, so around 2 to 400 effort on top, but that's my personal preference. With these types of monsters, I would suggest going in rag gear, so don't take anything you want to lose because PKs don't care and they will kill you, as they normally come in teams, especially where I am. Okay, so now for my inventory, we have a ranging potion, a sunflower serum, or you can take an antidote instead as Veni does poison you, a stamina as you'll be running a little bit to get to this area, or if you have been TB'd from a PK for example and you need the stamina to run away, some prayer pots, and also some combo food to heal against the boss, but also if you need to heal if you're getting PK'd as well. I also have a looting bag, which is an optional choice. This just helps store all the loot you get from Veni, but also it saves you dropping food. And of course a very important item, and that is a royal seed pod or an amulet of glory to tally out just in case PKs turn up or you are out of supplies. Also Venenatis drops some valuable items which I'll put up on screen now. Now these are the items you want to look out for, and of course once you pick them up make sure you tally straight away because some people try and get too greedy and they end up getting PK'd. So I normally bank once I hit around 3 to 400k or I get one of those items, especially the pet. A little tip I have realised is when people want to talk to you at Venenatis, do not type back. I made a mistake by replying to him. As you can see, he seems to be acting normal, asking how many I've got left, have I got any good loot. So I'm a little bit distracted at this very moment, and before I know it, people come underneath me and nearly kill me. Luckily their declaw specs didn't hit that high, but if they did hit high, then I would have obviously died and I'd have been very annoyed. So midway through my task we get our first really good drop, which is the Onyx Bolt Tips, which is worth 500k. So instantly I teleported without any hesitations because I don't want to be greedy and die. So very nice drop, and hopefully we get some more. One drop I really like from Venenatis apart from all the rare drops is the food drops, or supply drop as I will call it, because they drop some dark crabs and restores. So if you're running low on supplies and you're thinking of tellying and you get this drop, then you sort of hit the jackpot because it gives you quite a bit of food and some restores, just so it keeps you going for a little bit longer. And yeah, it's quite a nice drop and it is quite common, so a nice little drop I got there. Okay, we have finally hit the 10-hour mark, and it was actually a fun 10 hours to be honest. I wish I got some better tasks, but maybe I'll do another one of these in the near future. I didn't get any of the rare drops from Venenatis apart from the Onyx Bolt Tits, but what I'll do now is sell all the loot from the 10 hours of Slay I've been doing and see how much I've made. Okay, so the grand total from our loot from 10 hours is 7.2 mil. To be honest, I wanted to see a green cash stack, but 7.2 mil isn't too bad in 10 hours considering what tasks I had. If you've made it to this point in the video, then I appreciate it. There will be another 10 hour video in progress very soon. I will give you a hint. It requires me to wear a shield. If you think you know what it is, comment below on this video, and if you are right, I'll put a heart next to your comment. Also, I was meant to reveal the giveaway winner yesterday, but I didn't have time as I was doing this video. But when I start my next 10 hour video, this will be the first thing I'll do. Hope you lot understand. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe and do all that other good stuff. And comment on this video to let me know what 10 hour video I should do next. Until next time, I'll see you soon.